What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. A $6 billion SBA grant bill in the Senate as a Supreme Court decision threatens to tear this country apart. Happy TGIF to you. I hope you do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up, hashtag whatever you want in the comments below. And don't forget, make sure you join us at trysmallbiz.com, where you can advertise your company for free. Or for just $1 a day, you can hire me as a premium member. We'll feature you all over the website and promote you to more than 100,000 people on social media every single year. That's trysmallbiz.com. Make sure you get started today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all of a sudden my air conditioner's on the fritz. It's about 110 degrees outside, humidity-wise, here in the United States of America. Town known as that's all, folks. We don't edit around here. Atlanta. It's been one heck of a week. I want to try and keep this video at 10 minutes or less. There's a lot to cover, not the least of which is Big Ben Cardin has come forward with a $6 billion bill that might actually get you your 10K. Who's it for? When's it going to happen? And where the hell did they get the money for this? And if you're interested in the final closing minutes, I will cover what happened in the Supreme Court today, how it actually affects our life in a nonpartisan way, including our pocketbook, with a stock that we just sold for a 36% profit. So ladies and gentlemen, pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine, bowl of popcorn. If you stick around till the end, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you. Yesterday's video where I channeled Braveheart. If you haven't seen it, go watch it to the end. Most importantly, in the description, it talks about an email that the SBA is sending on the QT, where it says, if you want your EIDL loan increase, we'll send you the closing docs. It turns out, we found out last night, they've been doing this for 3 weeks. It is an unprofessional, poorly worded. The URL doesn't even work because they had the word "and" attached to sba.gov. But it's hope. The answer so far is dead silence. We can't get an answer from the SBA. I had about 6 or 7 people, actually 8 people, that reached out today and said, I got the same email. One guy 3 weeks ago, he hasn't heard anything. So simply put, if you watch yesterday's video and you see that the SBA is sending out an email, if you want your closing docs on your loan, fill this information out. I put it all in the description. No one has heard back yet. So it looks like they're collecting information from people who want their EIDL loan increase. So watch yesterday's video and fill out that information if you want the loan. This video today is all about the grant. And if you're watching me on Twitter, I went absolutely ballistic last night and today, probably 20 tweets, because I want to know, where's this money coming from? Allow me to quickly review the facts under oath, by the way, from Patrick Kelly in the House Committee for Small Business in front of Nydia Velasquez on May the 18th, why he may have lied under oath and why it's good for you, not just with respect to the $10,000 grant, which is now in play, but the loan increase as well. So here's what we know so far. I'll pin a couple of articles in the comment below. Ben Cardin was part of a bill in the Senate, the restaurant revitalization, that got voted down by guys like Rand Paul, Ron Johnson. All the Republicans, they're dead set against helping small business and restaurant. I don't give a shit if you're on the right or the left side of the aisle. The facts are the Democrats are willing to spend money to help small businesses and restaurants. The Republicans, minus 1 or 2, are not. However, what Ben Cardin has clearly done is he's trying to pull out the grant money from that bill that got voted down that was supposed to be for transportation, Little League baseball, gymnasiums. And he's given major discretion in this bill to Miss Isabel Guzman, who I hammered this morning, both by Twitter, email, and phone call. And I actually trust that she's going to do the right thing. And I'll tell you what that is in a second. But there's $6 billion that was supposed to be in that bill that he's trying to get out to small businesses as defined as independent contractors and sole proprietors and folks that also live in tribal communities, which we may define as a minority. So in other words, it clearly says that the SBA, aka Ms. Guzman, has wide discretion. But the money, that $6 billion, must go to sole props, independent contractors, and some tribal folks too. That's 99.9% of you. If you live in a low-income community, a purple zone, and you already got your 10K targeted EIDL advance or the supplemental, As far as I'm concerned, and this is actually what I'm championing on behalf of middle income communities, this $6 billion is not for you. You already got your money. We have arguably 3 or 4 million people that haven't gotten anything that live in a middle income community. And shout out to our buddy Speak and See, right? And we'll include Ryder. Hey, we want our 10K. We've been fighting for this now for over 2 years. There are a couple of million people that live in middle-income communities, many of which are minorities, women, and our great veterans who have proudly served this country. Thank you very much. The same 3 groups that the SBA and the Democrats love to pander to, they work their ass off to get out of low income into middle income. And as I said in yesterday's video, Braveheart and myself will not quit, will not rest until you get your 10K. So Ben, it looks like, is hearing us. He stepped forward with $6 billion. If you divide 10,000 by 6 billion, you get 600,000 people. Coincidentally, that's about the same exact number that got the $10,000 targeted EIDL advance as a low-income community member. So Ben Cardin and others, I'm certain Chris Van Hollen is also joining him on this, have looks like figured out a way to not only get low-income folks $10,000 in targeted EIDL advance, but it could be, assuming they divide it by 10,000, 600,000 more, which I hope is in middle-income communities, that will get whatever the name of this bill is. It's a long-winded one. Where is it if I can find it real quick? The Hard-Hit Small Business Relief Fund Act. The Hard-Hit Small Business Relief Fund Act. Approximately $6 billion in unused federal COVID-19 aid. So this is where I went nuts. Quickly. May the 18th, Patrick Kelly was in front of the House Committee on Small Business testifying in front of Nydia Velasquez. I'm assuming under oath. And if you remember, he told her as of Thursday, May the 5th, a day before the program ended and the portal closed on the 16th. He's testifying on the 18th. The money was gone. That's the same day that Ben Cardin and Chris Van Hollen sent off that letter when I went nuts in a CVS parking lot. And they said, you can't close it down now. You have transfer authority. You fund everyone, Ben Cardin, Chris Van Hollen said, that's currently in the queue. Well, they repeatedly said since then, including on their own website, funds have been exhausted. The only people that are getting money are in obligated or in funding. But then we find out yesterday, follow me, I'll summarize it before I quit. Then we find out yesterday they've been quietly sending out the, if you want your loan processed and you want us to send us your closing docs by mail, fill out this information. That's been going on for 3 weeks. So the portal closed, the money runs out, according to Patrick Kelly, on May the 5th or 6th. Ben Cardin, author of the $6 billion grant bill, which could get your 10K, blew up and sent off a letter the same day we went crazy and said, you've got transfer authority. The portal closes on the 16th. The 18th, he again says to everyone, we got no money. So my question all night and this morning was, where'd they get the $6 billion? Because if Patrick Kelly lied and they actually had $6 billion of EIDL fund money left over, then all you motherfuckers out there that want to sue, I think this guy's name's Tony. He likes to give me a hard time in the comments. I can appreciate that, pal. But in case you haven't heard the news, it's nearly impossible to beat the SBA or the federal government in court. No one's done that, and their automatic policy is to appeal. So the soonest that we'd ever get any money, assuming we won, is 18 months. What I and others have been doing is applying maximum pressure. And what are they doing? They're playing ball. This bill looks like you could get 600,000 people that are sole props and independent contractors, Ms. Guzman, in middle-income communities that suffered an economic loss, the $10,000 they were promised in the CARES Act. But as soon as I find out exactly where the money came from, I'll let you know. Bottom line, it's good news. Because it either means 600,000 people, preferably in middle income that are sole props and independent contractors, you're finally going to get your 10K according to what Ben Cardin's bill is. Or it means that the SBA lied under oath and it gives us the real ammunition we need in court. Because if it's true that they said they were out of money and they had $6 billion that was sitting there that they just moved over to Ben's bill, then we got them by the balls. Finally, because it's a lie under oath that everyone saw. More on that later. If you want to know what I think of the abortion ruling in the Supreme Court, stick around. Otherwise, have a good weekend. All right, quickly. Here's the truth. Nothing changed today. Absolutely nothing. In fact, if you want my opinion, this is actually going to help the pro-choice crowd, not the pro-life. Because all the Supreme Court in a 6-3 decision did is send this hot potato back to the states. And now it's going to blow up in the press. They're not going to report on the fact that 99% of this country is doing just fine tonight, hanging out by the pool, having a drink, flipping some burgers. No. They're going to be in hot spots around this country, probably with the help of the feds, the whole January 6th thing, stirring things up so they can get it on camera, so they can get their ammunition they need, going into an election. And what's that all about? Money, power, and votes. Everything, whether it's gun rights, immigration, or abortion, has to do with money, power, and votes. And they use the fake news to make more money, more power, and more votes, because there's no money in peace. There's no money in cooperation. There's no money in talking about how most of us are going to be doing just fine tonight. No, let's drive a stake right through the heart of the United States of America. Let's make up stories and let's print headlines that abortion gets outlawed. Bullshit. And I want to say thank you to certain congressmen and women that are actually coming out now and saying, that's not true. And by the way, it's on both sides of the aisle. All it is, it's going back to the states. Each state is going to decide what's best for themselves and their people. And as a woman, and I cannot pretend to know what's going through your heart and mind right now, I know that half of this country is elated. The pro-life crowd is going to be partying like it's 1999 tonight. And then the other half, which I have tremendous compassion for, is anguished, angry, frustrated, at a loss. And the fake news is going to do nothing to settle this down. So in closing, let me simply tell you the truth. Your state, whether it's by ruling or a vote in November, is going to decide. If you're in Silicon Valley or Napa Valley or New York City or Massachusetts, nothing's going to change. In fact, you're going to see commercials running within 48 hours. Come on to our state. We're pro-life. We'll take care of you. We'll get you all the contraception. That's why I bought EVFM and we just cashed out for 36%. I'll explain that another time. Come on to our state. In fact, 60% of this country, nothing's going to change. Nothing's changing in pro-life blue states. Hardcore South, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, nothing's going to change. They're going to be proud of being pro-life. You're going to see purple states like Colorado and where I live right here in Georgia have what I call a hybrid model. Georgia's becoming a purple state largely because of the inner city. They're going to have a pro-life stance under Governor Kemp, unless Stacey Abrams, who I expect to be running commercials by tomorrow, come on down to our state, ladies. Put me in the office. Money, power, and votes. I'll use this incident as a way to raise more money. That's all it's fucking about, ladies and gentlemen. We have no compassion for the women based upon where they were raised or what they were taught as young ladies in their community, in their church, in their home. We have to understand that wherever you were brought up is how you're going to feel. If I was a 19-year-old kid in El Salvador and I just watched my brother defecate in the street out front of the house, I might want to swim the Rio Grande to get into the United States. I can understand that. Does it make it right? No. Is it illegal? Yeah. Should it be arrested? Yes, but under the current administration, they're not. Because there is no money, power, in votes, in cooperation, or compromise. It's either in or out. And if you're out, as far as the left is concerned, you're canceled. I'm not sure I accomplished much with this last 3-4 minute rant. I just send out all my love and my support to the women of this country. I understand both sides. And I hope that we can eventually get to a point where we agree. Majority rules. That's supposed to be what democracy is all about. You have a choice now as a family. You either deal with it or you have to move. And that's the truth. Until next time, always remember that I love you, and thanks for watching.